So what is up, everyone? Today is Monday, March 23rd. I'll be trading the Nasdaq like I always do. So honestly, I don't really have a clear bias today. I mean, honestly, I'm not even really try-harding today, if that makes sense. Honestly, I think there's a really good chance I might not be taking today too seriously. I'll explain why. So when we go to the daily time frame, right? We've taken out these lows, higher time frame, right? I wanted to see these lows get taken from November or whatever. We came close to taking out these September lows, these relative lows down here. I never took them out, but no, ES has an SMT in here. But essentially, if you look at the overnight session, so we dumped, right? Imagine this, right? So there was news over the weekend about how Trump put something on Truth Social, saying he pretty much was saying I'm always careful what I say because community guidelines. You know what I mean, on where I'm streaming. But pretty much he said if they didn't open up the Strait of Hormuz, he was gonna do bad things to their power plants, and that would be a big deal. So we kind of gapped down over the weekend, right, from Friday to Sunday. We filled in some of that gap, and then we're coming down, and then I guess Trump sends out another tweet at 7 o'clock this morning saying he's in talks with them or things are good or something like that, right? So the market just pumps up. And the thing is, this right here, if you look at the 5-minute chart, this candle right here is 852 points. That is a 3.5% move on a stock index in a matter of 5 minutes, which is absolutely insane. So I feel the thing is you know how I was talking about the move is made for the day? Dude, the move is already made for this AM session. We could keep moving, but the thing is these are just for lack of a better term, these are gambling conditions, right? Because for example, when I backtest my strategy, how do I know how price operates in conditions like this? It's very hard to I mean, yeah, I could wait for a very clear setup. I don't know. I just figured I'd kind of get on, look a little bit, see if anything looks clear, answer any questions you guys have any. But for example, I'm not trading in funded accounts. I actually don't even really have any funded accounts. I have one funded account that's really close to being blown. It's basically blown in my mind, unfortunately. But I feel you guys get the rough idea behind that, though. You know what I mean? We moved 3.5%. Dude, the Nasdaq doesn't move that much. And the thing is, too, are you going to take continuation longs? We're overextended. Are you going to take shorts against, are you going to take shorts against this? Because those are your two options, you know what I mean? And, I feel you could maybe say, okay, well... this is a 5-minute gap here. I'll look at equilibrium with a gap, or maybe you mark out the whole price leg. But even then, let's say you wait for a retracement of the equilibrium. Do you really think that you're gonna get a good trade out of equilibrium from here? Not really. It's also a no news Monday. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, I feel no one said anything in chat. I can even backtest if you guys want me to backtest. Because, I mean, to be complete, if I had to guess, it's probably just going to chop around in here for a bit with really no, I just feel the structure is not too clean, higher time frame. I always like it, a clean, higher time frame narrative. And, what's the narrative here? You said, is that a data candle? I mean, I'm thinking of it as a data candle in my head. So why did price go up like that? So at 7:05 a.m., Trump on Truth Social sent out some tweet saying it's not a tweet. I don't know what they call it on Truth Social, but he sent out something saying that he's in talks with, I want to say it's Iran, and they're gonna come to some deal. So he's postponing the threat he gave. Does that make sense? So the market took that really well. But I feel the thing is, though, that move, I'm assuming you probably just got here. So, I mean, if you mark out this move from 7:05 to 7:10, yeah, is technically, yeah, from 705 to 710 is 800 and almost 845 points, which is 3.5% on Nasdaq. Like a 3.5% move in 5 minutes is crazy. And you know, I don't really look at like footprint charts, but like I was looking at someone's Instagram story that looks at footprint charts, and he was showing the area down here, and like normally on footprint charts there's always like an amount of buyers and sellers at each price. Like he was showing there was just 0 0 0 0, pretty much saying that price literally just teleported up with no sales being made whatsoever in like areas down here, which like low-key kind of crazy. Like me personally, I feel like if you like sat me down in a chair and were like, Tim, you have to trade this, I low-key might look for shorts here. Just because like, I feel like we're so overextended. And like low-key, sometimes when I see crazy moves like this, I feel like they get ran back through, if that makes sense. I feel like that's based on like if this was an actual data release. So this isn't really a data release. This is more like a Trump tweet. I don't know if they follow the same principles. I've seen other traders though mark out like Trump tweets as like data highs and data lows, which makes sense. You know, for example, though, if you're a signal bot, though, if you're only here to signal me, I'd say just pack it up and come back another day or tonight when I trade Asia Gold. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't have too much to say about what's going on right now with price. I mean, like I said before, honestly, if any of you guys ask me to backtest, I have no problem backtesting price, like past price action. Yo, one thing I thought was pretty cool, I bought an account with Tradeify last night, and I forgot to apply. You know how, like, they always have, like, deals? Like, for example, right now, like, my discount code gets you 30% off. I actually can't even use my own discount code. I haven't tried, but I'm assuming you can't. I should actually try. No, I shouldn't. But, whatever. So, you can't use your own discount code, but I was using someone else's discount code, but I forgot to apply it, and they actually gave me a refund for the difference, which I think is pretty cool. But we traded up into a 5-minute gap. I mean, if you are bearish, if you are bearish, you could maybe look for shorts out of here, but we're really high up in the range. I mean, but I'll probably just observe price today. I mean, yeah, we're getting a reaction out of that 5-minute. There's like a 30-second gap. You know, low key. Nah. I mean, I'm just thinking, I know this probably sounds crazy, but I have this funded account that has like, it has $184 left of drawdown. I kind of high key just want to blow it. I know that sounds bad. But I feel like, what am I going to do with $100? So I could, if, I was thinking if we get a 30-second, I could, is there a 1-minute gap here? There is a 1-minute gap here now. And we're not really, like, I always like inversions where, like, let's say if we open up a gap, like the next candle, we like immediately invert it. It's also pretty close to open. I feel like this sounds funny. Like, I feel like I'm so not confident in price. I'm literally not even trading these evals because I don't want to sacrifice the profit on these evals. Because I'm up like 2K on both these evals. I feel like I'll just blow the last $200 on this funded account though. I have no problem with that. We did invert this 15-minute gap over here, but no, that's like a bearish sign, low-key. You know, I do have bookmap on my other monitor. I know, there's a bunch of sell orders at like 24, like 662, which is low-key kind of far away. Wonder what even is 662? It's pretty much like right above these highs, but Did we just inverted this 5-minute gap, it looks like. That's annoying. I mean, so like usually when I'm like, if I'm looking for a continuation short based off like a 5-minute gap, obviously I need the 5-minute gap to not get inverted. So like theoretically now, even if we do give me a short setup, I wouldn't even consider taking it. Like even joking around even, because like I feel like the 5-minute gap's getting inverted. So like my higher time frame condition is like no longer present, if that makes sense. Because I was hoping we could hold the 5-minute and then like invert this 3-minute maybe or something that we're gonna form here. We didn't even form a 3-minute. What's up, Outer CT? How are you? Say good morning, bro. You said I have a pending limit order short at 24,550. I guess you're like turtle souping. I was gonna say you're turtle souping these highs, but it's a little above that. I guess it must be some order block or something. Or it's probably this like retest of this zone up here, I guess. I'm assuming your order probably just got hit. Yeah, I figured. I know on Bookmap, there's some orders at 24,662. I know that's pretty far away, but that's like the only orders I really see on Bookmap. I think that short might be busting for you. You know, out of curiosity, I wonder if I draw a volume profile on this, I wonder how it would look. There's like no volume here. Interesting. There's like actually no volume like in here. I mean, I think I could have guessed that without using a volume profile though. You said move stop loss to break even. That's what's up. 24. Assume it's probably like this low over here. Oh, it's a 930 low. That's not a bad target at all. said I'm waiting for the 1 hour to get hit. Not a bad idea. Did stop out. Sorry to hear that. Honestly, I mean, like, I'm not taking today too seriously, to be honest. Like, I feel like today's gonna be wonky if I had to guess. Dude, like, we moved like what 3.5% in 5 minutes. 7 in the morning. Like, New York AM session's cooked. You know, this is very random, but what do you call it? I have a new water bottle. I always used to have my old water bottle, but this one's half gallon. I feel like I'd be talking so much when I stream. I need water. I mean, I do think it'll get hit this morning, honestly. You said if I see a setup, I'll probably just risk like 1 micro. Condition doesn't look the best. I mean, yeah, no, conditions definitely aren't the best. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if I didn't stream, I probably would have set out this New York AM session and just not traded it. Did it like perfectly stop you out? Because you had your 4550. Oh wait, 550. Never mind. But it low key stopped you up by a couple points. At least currently. And you know, at least like, I mean, on Bookmap, sometimes I look at something called like cumulative volume delta. It pretty much just gives you the difference between like the net buying and the net selling pressure. And like right now, it's pretty bullish, honestly. I mean, obviously, like I feel like you don't gotta look at the chart to see that, but it's more just saying it's like there's more buyers in the market. Obviously, I mean, the chart tells you that, but and like when I say that, like look at like for example the 15-minute chart, like see how we just pumped up. Like obviously there's more buyers and sellers, but I guess it's still true because sometimes Bookmap will show you like a decrease in buying pressure if we kind of decrease. That makes sense, but I feel like it's gone down a normal amount. I'm not gonna lie, this half-gallon water bottle is kind of mad heavy. How was everyone's weekend, though? My weekend wasn't bad. What did I do this weekend? Oh, actually, well, Saturday I worked. And what did I do after work? I mean, I did nothing after work. But Sunday, I went to the gym once in the morning. I ran like a 5K, which is like 3.1 miles. Like 5 kilometers. And then I came home, showered. I think I took a quick nap. And then I went to the gym with my friend from like work later, and we actually went to get food. Honestly, it's a mad nice restaurant kind of near where I live. I bought this steak though. I'm not even trying to make a joke here. The steak was actually $67. But it was like a dry aged like New York strip steak. It was like 30-day dry aged. And it was like 16 ounces, which is like a pound of steak. It was low-key mad good. It came with like mashed potatoes and like some mixed vegetables. But then I feel like between like everything, I ended up paying like mad money on food. I feel like it just hurts me to pay that much money on food. I was like, yo, I gotta post my affiliate banners in my story. Pay for this dinner? No, I'm kidding. I guess while we're chopping, I mean, yo, I wonder, will it show me the trade I took on gold last night? I didn't take any trades on gold on stream last night. Because if you guys don't know, I mean, I stream Asia Session Gold on TikTok. But I didn't take any trades. I low-key kind of Hail Mary to trade because my funded account at Tradeify that I've been using to trade gold had like $80 of drawdown left. So I was like, that doesn't really count, if that makes sense. So the trade actually was low-key going my way. I was going for like 500 profit. I think I was up like 300. And then it came to stop me out for like 90. And I think I would have been down like 110 max. And then it like went my way. I'm not going to lie though. I really didn't perform the best trading Asia. Well, I don't know. It was weird conditions. I low-key flipped my bias to bearish for a little bit. And I feel like I low-key shouldn't have. Well, I don't know. Everything's a learning experience. I wonder, I'll show you the executions though if they're still there. I wonder, you guys can't see. Cool. You know, Tradeify, well, TradingView at least, or one of them, they have to add that thing back. Do you guys know how before you used to be able to log into multiple accounts, like with different prop firms, and you could just go back and forth between them, if you know what I mean? Like, it would remember my password for both. The login operation has been canceled. Excuse me? I just logged in. But, now, whenever you log out of an account, like, you have to enter the password of whichever account you're logging into, which is kind of annoying. Oh, my executions are still here. That's cool. So, keep in mind, this is a funded account with no consistency rule with $80 of drawdown left, right? So, let's go to MGC. Here we go. I take short. Now, what is this? 4374.2. 4374.2. Right? Do we see? Well, first of all, let's see. I get stopped out. So the account gets blown at 43.83. So right there, right? So imagine account gets blown if I'm down like 9 points. I was targeting this low down here for like pretty much a 6-1. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't have put my stop there if I had the option, if that makes sense. But yeah. So then you like how what it did to me? It went all the way down for like a 4-1, right? Then it wicks up, takes me out here, and look what it does after that, right? It would have saved the account. And my Hail Mary actually would have worked. That low-key annoyed me. And it's like, it's funny to think about. Like, imagine if, let's say I waited a second to enter. Let's say I waited a minute to enter, and my entry was actually like up there, if you know what I mean? A couple points higher. Like, I would have saved that funded account. Well, not saved. It would have given me, like, a little bit over one traded breathing room. I was low-key just confident in these lows getting hit. But yeah, so I bought another funded account with Tradeify. Because you can see, like, this is my old funded account. So this is an evaluation. And that was the account that I remember if you guys heard me saying earlier in the stream. Low-key, one of the reasons I like Tradeify. I don't even think I'm getting special treatment either. Because I'm an affiliate. But I forgot to apply a discount code at checkout. So I paid full price. And I was like, no. And I contacted support. And like, as soon as a person picked up a ticket, they were like, oh, we'll refund you the difference. What's up, GC? How are you, bro? I'm mostly just hanging out today. I don't think I'm looking to place a trade in these conditions. I mostly just have a schedule I figured I'd follow. Any trades? Nah, I'm not looking to take any trades. I haven't taken any so far, and I'm probably not looking to take any. You said same, yeah. I was curious. You look at the footprint chart. I saw some dude posting about how, like, in this move down here, Like, there were areas where there's 0 bid, 0 ask. It's like pretty much there were almost like no volume traded areas down there. Well, I don't know. I have curiosity. Would you know? Is that common for stuff like this? Because if like, do you agree with what I'm saying? And there's areas down here with like 0, 0. You said it's thin volume. I guess that makes sense. I saw some dude posting about it. And I'm kind of new to this stuff, so I wouldn't. He said super aggressive market orders. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Appreciate your input, bro. Yeah, I feel like I wasn't even too familiar with what footprint charts were. Like, let's say before like 6 months ago, honestly. You said AKA real FVG. I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking about that though. Because I was like, okay, well, I call this a fair value gap, but if the footprint chart shows there's no volume trade there, I was like, I have confirmation this is actually an FVG. If you know what I mean. You said the big FVG is my real target. I mean, yeah, honestly, there's a chance. Well, I mean, honestly, I think we're at least going to 50% of this move. Because we still haven't even hit 50% of this range. I think bare minimum we should hit that. What's up, Lucas? How are you? But, honestly, there's even a chance, though, we could... Sometimes when I feel like there's just these extreme moves up like this, we kind of just, like... To fill in the imbalance, we just kind of slowly over time fill in all of it. And then if we actually were going to go up, we kind of go up. I mean, I'm not saying it necessarily needs to happen, but I feel like news candles love to do that. Like, for example, let's say like NFP news drops sometimes will spike up, and throughout the AM session, we just kind of slowly just undo the move and like take out the data low, and then we might build up some like LR up here and take it out then, if that makes sense. Like just stacked highs up here. You know, I'm not gonna lie, for a little 5-second drawing, that wasn't too bad. If you guys saw me do anything with my actual handwriting, you'd be disappointed in me. You said good. How about you? Did you take any trades today? Nah, I haven't taken any trades today. Honestly, I don't think I'm looking at taking any trades in these conditions. Even like on evaluation accounts, honestly. Just because, like, I feel like it's the combination of like... Look at the 15-minute chart, right? So we gapped down overnight. We filled in some of the gap, reacted out of it, and then, like at 7:05 this morning, Trump sent out a tweet, pretty much saying like, I think they're coming to an agreement. He was pretty much saying something to the effect of, I don't know, there's talks or whatever, but essentially, whatever he said is good for the market, right? So the market spikes up like, where is it? Hello, measure tool. I'm so blind sometimes. So from 7:05 to 7:10, we moved 845 points, which is 3.5% in 5 minutes. So like, I feel like when a move like that's made, it's kind of like the move for the AM session's made. Like honestly, even PM session might be cooked. Honestly, I mean, I don't really trade PM session, but you said we never know. Yeah. But like, and even when you go to the daily chart, like we moved 3.5% in 5 minutes. Let's just pick a random day. This is a 2.5% move. Like, this is a 1.5% move. I'm talking over the course of a full day. You know what I mean? Like, this is a 1.8% move. Like, this huge candle right here is 4.2% over the course of a day. That's the biggest candle in the area. Yeah, you said previous day high and previous day low have been taken out. Yeah, I mean, there's just no good targets. Like, the expansion's already been made. Like, it's typically, like, what follows after a really large expansion, like, consolidation, honestly. It's interesting now, like, I mean, not like CVD means everything, but the CVD is still really bullish, which means, like, there's still, like, a bunch of buying coming in. I know some people look at like CRT, which stands for like candle range theory. I feel like even if you're looking at candle range theory, like the low's been taken out, you'd be targeting the other side, like that's already happened. I think people that trade CRT are... Well, I should use a nice word, but I'm not the biggest fan of CRT. You said this the type of day where you sit tight. Yeah, honestly, I feel like if I didn't stream my trading, I'd probably be sleeping in my bed right now. I'm mostly here to just talk. And I mean, I said before, the offer's still there. If you guys want to see me do a little back testing or something, I feel like I normally stream until like 11. I mean, if not, I'll probably just hang out for a little bit here. Let's say like another half an hour and talk and end stream if not, but the chances of me taking a trade are slim to none today. You said, where are you located? Now, I'm on the East Coast. I know I said back to... I was up kind of late last night trading Asia. Well, I didn't even place any trades on Asia session, but I was live on TikTok trading Asia session last night. But I live in New York. So it's 10 a.m. where I live right now. I feel like I'm always complaining about being tired, to be honest, though. I feel like everyone in the chat knows Vized. You know, I was thinking in my head for a second, like, I'm surprised Vized's not here. But honestly, he probably looked at that overnight move and was like, dude, there's no point. You said for me, is that 3 in the afternoon? Interesting. Yeah, I feel like it takes me a second. I feel like here in America, we're so trained for like regular time. Well, I don't think regular time is the word. I mean, for you, that's regular time, I guess. But like, however we do like the 12 and 12 system in America, or like the PM and AM. I wonder what the word is for that. I forget what even is the... Well, there's the metric system, which is like centimeters. What do you even call inches? Is that like the... Someone in my chat in TikTok was calling them freedom units. And I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, I live in the US and I've never heard someone call it freedom units. But I think he was talking about Fahrenheit compared to Celsius. I don't know. I've actually never left the US in my whole life. So I feel like I'm kind of like, I don't know what's the right word. Sheltered, underexposed, underculturized. I don't know. I've never left the US in my life. You said, do you ever hear about Czech Republic? I'm not gonna lie, the only thing I know about the Czech Republic is FTMO is based out of there. And when I first started trading, I was like obsessed. But when I first started trading props, I was obsessed with FTMO. And I used to actually write down on a piece of paper, like, I'm gonna be max allocated with FTMO. I'm gonna get 10k payouts from them. I actually never did that, but maybe I didn't do manifestation right. But I don't know why. Since they were based in the Czech Republic, though, I wanted to go visit there. When I Googled how it looked, I feel like the buildings looked really cool. I really don't know much about it though. I feel like I like the architecture of the buildings, though, if that makes sense. I did get my passport, like, a year ago, or maybe less than that. I've had my passport for less than a year, but I figured I'd be prepared in case I ever wanted to leave the country, but I'm really not in a position financially to do traveling right now, to be completely honest. Oh my god, dude, I gotta pay my taxes. I actually gotta do my taxes later today. My taxes are like, let's say like 90% done, but I use something called TurboTax to do my own taxes, because I do my own taxes. Obviously, like, I'm not a tax advisor. Don't listen to anything I say, but But like, I use TurboTax to do my own taxes. In my opinion, it's honestly not that hard. But and even I have a business too. Like I do like my own personal taxes and I have my business attached to it. But what do you call it? But TurboTax is low-key annoying me because imagine like there's like at the end it has like an automated like self-checker, or like it basically just does an automated check of your taxes to make sure they're filled out properly. And there's these boxes where like, how do I explain this? So imagine I trade, I'm not big into this, but I do occasionally trade cryptocurrencies. And if, let's say I buy a cryptocurrency at one exchange and I transfer it to another and I sell it there, it's kind of hard to carry over cost bases. So I use this software called, is it Coinly or I actually forget what software I use, but essentially I just link all my cryptocurrency taxes accounts and it gives me like a CSV file or like a TurboTax file I can import. What's up, Bakakano? How are you, bro? You said fail swing. You said looking for short now. Honestly, not a bad idea. But pretty much it gives me a file to import in TurboTax, and it read like every field except there's one box that's like a description box that at the end it wants me to type it in again. And the thing is, it doesn't like give me any context of what box I'm typing in, if that makes sense. So like I pretty much have to like I have to remember, I'm like, okay, the first box is this, second box is this, and try to mess it up. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. It's stupid. TurboTax always has like little issues every year, I feel like. At least me personally. You said I'm doing great. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm not looking to trade this. I'm mostly just talking, hanging out right now. Because, I mean, we moved like 3.5% in 5 minutes. I'm scared. But, dude, my taxes, though, I mean, I don't see why I can't talk about this. I mean, maybe I should know what that... Well, I mean, I'll say this. You know, I obviously, I expected to owe a lot of money, and I did owe a lot of money. But, honestly, I low-key should have made quarterly tax payments, I was realizing at the end of the year. Because, like, I didn't realize... I think I read online, it's usually if you expect to owe, like, more than $1,000 to the U.S. government, they want you to make quarterly tax payments. Or something like that. And obviously, like, I mean, I owed more than $1,000 in taxes. So, what do you call it? They actually only charged me a $19 under withholding penalty, which I actually expected it to be, like, 10 times worse. I low-key was waiting for, like, at least a minimum of $200 to $300 fine from the government. Because, like, you ever hear of, like, under withholding, like, interest and penalties and all that? Like, I was pretty much waiting for that, but I'm lucky. Unfortunately, I got to start making quarterly tax payments this year. And the thing is, like, I got to make quarterly tax payment this quarter, I guess, but, like, I want to say, when are they even due for first quarter? Is it April? Is it this, like, around tax day, I want to say? I hope they weren't due already. How is it the end of March? Is it, like, the third quarter basically almost over? That's crazy, dude. But, yeah, I actually didn't make that much money first quarter, to be completely honest. Well, I made, it depends what you define. I mean, I made like 4K in payouts, and I probably paid out, if I had to guess, like 1K in prop firm fees. So I probably netted like 3K in profit, but dude, 3K in profit, honestly, is nothing, dude. For 3 months, that's like I average 1K a month in profit. Like, that's like the lowest of what I consider acceptable. Like the bare minimum lowest end of what I consider acceptable. It's honestly not acceptable for me, because I'm trying to do this stuff full time, obviously. I mean, I will admit, in my defense though, like I do feel like January and February were like low-key hard months to trade. Like, especially like when you look at the daily time frame. Like, I know I talk about this all the time, but like, dude, look at the daily time frame. Like, this right here is just straight chop. And I know, like, for example, when I trade inversions, like, they don't thrive in chop. They thrive in trending conditions. But you said same, it went up 900 points in 1 minute candle. So I'm like, nah, I'm not trading. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I even considered just like posting something and be like, nah, I'm not even gonna bother streaming today. But I was like, nah, I'll hop on here for a bit and just like hang out and talk. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised. I offered a backtest on stream multiple times. Seems like no one's interested. I guess backtesting can be kind of boring. Even the thing was too, I was even thinking, even if we didn't gap up overnight, like, I know Trump was technically talking about how like that thing would should backtest sounds good. You're the only person to say that. Oh, what did I hit? Dropped my phone on my keyboard. Yeah, I'll do some backtesting. It's gonna take me like a minute to pull it up though. Trying to think, which session should I pull up? Do you guys have any preference on what I backtest? You know, the other day I was doing some backtesting on volume profiles, like pretty much just trading almost strictly volume profiles. And I low-key kind of did mid. I actually did more than mid. I low-key kind of did good. I feel like I should trade IFVGs though. That's a little too much. You should be able to see that. My FX replay is low-key being a little laggy right now though. Oh wait, dashboard. I'll just make a fresh session for this. I wonder, will it let me edit the stream title during a stream? I don't need to edit the title. It's whatever. It's not that deep. When am I backtesting? You said you ever think about investing versus trading? Why are you focused on trading even if 9% trying to learn? No, you're good. So I mean, I feel like trading's more like active income. I feel like investing's more like passive income. Like just because I trade doesn't mean I don't I don't long-term invest. It's more of like a short-term source of income. But I know like 90% fail, but I feel like the thing is, like since 90% fail, like the people that are successful at it, they get paid very well. Like I know like some people do fake it on social media. But like if you like I know 110% there are people that get really good at trading and they're milking like 6 figures from prop firms. And the thing is like I don't know, I just love trading honestly. Like I know like there are days where it kind of pisses me off. But like at the end of the day, like honestly, I love the game, dude. Like I enjoy learning about it. I enjoy the process. I just think it's interesting. Go to New York session. You know, they updated FX replay and I low-key it's gonna take me some time to get used to it. But I low-key like the thing. So you guys should be able to see everything. It looks good to me. So I just want to, one last thing, I just want to pull up the economic calendar so just so I'm not like missing anything. Where's New York Times right in front of me? So this is Monday the 8th of 2024. Monday, April 8th, 2024. So there's no news Monday, no news Tuesday, and there's CPI on Wednesday. Okay. So on the daily time frame, I'd say we're pretty much at all-time highs here. So we're trending up on the daily time frame. Oh, I gotta link these charts together. It's interval. So I want to look at where ES is on the daily too. So I mean, there honestly is a chance we might need to come and like sweep this low on the daily, but we're low-key displacing away from it. I don't like how there's not an SMT there. On the 4-hour, what is this? I forget. What is this? That's better. 4-hour, I mean, at this point, honestly, one of the things that makes me really bullish is I'm looking at the reaction out of this 4-hour here. I feel like we tapped into this 4-hour. We're just reacting very strongly out of it. Low-key, I want to say the draw is this high up here, which is pretty stay high, honestly, if I had to guess. So this is the 5-minute chart. So we're kind of dumping it open. I mean, I was saying we were reacting out of this 4-hour gap. You said that's true if you can make it your job and that's something you do a lot every day. Thanks for your response. Yeah, of course. I'm just trying to think if I'm wrong with my bias right now of being long. I mean, maybe we're sweeping the low inside this 4-hour gap. Yeah, I mean, we are reacting off the low inside the 4-hour gap. Interesting. So I might get, I don't know if you guys are familiar with like the mech model from PB Trading. I feel like this is low-key gonna be hard to explain, but if this next candle, okay. Yeah, so I'd probably try a long here with a really close break-even point. I feel like this might seem a little weird, but essentially, like, so we've inverted the highest time frame gap in this current price leg. You said, you know what? That's what's up, Bakakano. But so we inverted the highest time frame gap in this leg. So there's no. I lied. There is a 3-minute. Did the 3-minute get inverted yet? I'd have to wait for the 3-minute to close, actually. And that's a 3-minute close. Yeah, okay, cool. So that's actually not the best candle close, like structural wise, I feel like. But so now we've inverted the highest time frame gap, like in this area over here. And then it's the only thing separating us from an unfilled 5-minute gap, pretty much. So once we hit this unfilled 5-minute gap, I got to go break even. Because honestly, like, I view unfilled 5 and 15-minute gaps as a strong draw, right? Like, at this point, right, we've taken out all of these stacked lows. Where's my trend line, right? I feel like there's kind of stacked lows down here. We've taken out almost all of them. We've traded into a 4-hour gap. Like, even if we are going to continue down, we're low-key due for at least a little bit of rebalance, which I believe what's that rebalance going to be? Like the unfilled 5-minute gap up here. So I'll be break even then. So even if we react out of it, but where is it? Order, market, go to the 1 minute. And I know, like, theoretically, oh, ES actually didn't hit the 5-minute, but sometimes ES will hit the gap and make an SMT. But yeah, so it hit the unfilled 5-minute gap, so I go break even there. So at this point, I'm pretty much looking for us to continue just straight up for a 1-to-1. Okay, yeah. So I mean, the 5-minute gap, it looks like it's holding. So I got stopped at break even there. Out of curiosity, I want to think to myself what I consider a short here. Because I feel like the thing is, like, we've already tapped into the 4-hour gap once. We swept the low inside the 4-hour. And we're failing to displace higher. And now we're respecting a 5-minute gap. And also, this 15-minute gap up here isn't going to open for 9 minutes. So I feel like if we give it immediate displacement down, I might look to take a short, honestly. Is this the close? Yo, no way. There's no 4-minute gap, no 5-minute. Interesting. So it looks like we just barely closed through this 3-minute. I also like the reaction. I feel like when you look at how this 3-minute candle formed, like, we opened, we pushed up, and we just dumped down close to this gap immediately. Like, the thing is, honestly, as much as, like, I wanted to look for longs here, I feel like this is one of these times where you can't ignore, like, what the chart's telling you. And it's like, we're at this point in time, we're clearly respecting a 5-minute gap, and we're clearly inverting this 3-minute. So I feel like it's something like that. I kind of don't want to ignore that. So honestly, I know I just took a long, but I'll probably take a short here. I'll go break even when, let's say if ES takes the low down here, I'll go break even then. Damn. I like that reaction. I mean, maybe, in hindsight, maybe I should have waited for a stronger close through the gap. I feel like we closed through it by like a couple points, a couple ticks, I should say. And I just like the reaction, but it's whatever. So, from here though, we're still trading inside a 5-minute gap. I mean, I feel like we're low-key kind of shopping right now. I mean, at this point, I really gotta be bullish. I mean, like, we're inverting all these gaps. I guess we just wanted to sweep this low multiple times in this 4 hour gap. Yeah. No, it definitely is bullish. I mean, if we pull back, the only thing is that, like, for example, this continuation right here, I want to say I'm not the biggest fan of this continuation long, just because, like, we already retook this whole range. We took out the highs at the top. So I feel like continuations, in my experience, are always, like, lower rated when we just took out some liquidity, right? Like, ideally, honestly, if we could retrace to, like, 50% of this leg right here. Actually, low-key kind of came close to it. Become, like, a little lower. That would be decent for longs. Yeah, even if I got a good entry for that long, I probably wouldn't take. There's an S&T at the high. I mean, 1050. If I had to guess, I probably wouldn't be taking a trade this day. I mean, this is maybe an 11 a.m. manipulation down into equilibrium. Like, you're just too late in the day, though. Yeah, no. So, what's my bias for this day? So, starting on the daily. So, I'm definitely more bullish this day. Especially, like, when you look at how the daily candle's forming currently. Like, we've already came down, put in a wick, now we're coming up. Honestly, I feel like marking out EQ this wick isn't a bad idea. Like, equilibrium, 50%. I feel like that could be a target up there. And on the 4 hour, we're just trending up. We keep, I don't know what, we keep wicking down here. Or whatever's down here, we're respecting it. I mean, we're probably trending toward these highs currently. They're probably just gonna hit, they're probably gonna get hit right at open. Oh, cool, they didn't. Honestly, I know this might not be the cleanest. I low-key like this 2 minute though. I feel like my stop's a little crazy on it though. I'm not gonna lie, I mean, me personally, I probably could have put my stop here. I'm just not going to. Especially with how close to open this is. This is like 8 minutes after open. But like right now, we are reacting out of a, yeah, there's gotta be, ooh, I like that reaction. There's a 15-minute gap down here. We tapped into. What's up, Bakanu? We like immediately wicked back up. We weren't inverting the highest time frame gap in the current leg. So like this is a 2 minute because there's no 3 minute, there's no 4 minute, there's no 5 minute. I want to say I'll just go for 1-to-1. You say go on the 1 minute. I mean, we invert the 1 and the 2 minute. I know you'd probably say the 1 minute's most obvious. We inverted that as well. The 2 minutes the highest time frame. We inverted that same candle. So I'll go break even at the high up here. This is 1-to-1. Yeah, cool. Damn. There wasn't an SMT there, right? Oh, wait. There was an SMT, I guess. You know, I must have looked too quick. Because, actually on ES, when you mark out the same high that I wanted to go break even at, that high is actually this one over here that got taken. I mean, I can just take the L, but low-key, I feel like if I looked at them more quick, I low-key might have gone break even there. Because that high is the high on ES. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't want to break even. I don't know. There's no way to 100% know what I would have done. You said what is this supporting today? Is there a large? I mean, most of the stuff that's affecting today, at least, is just the economic news going on. Is that right? Because if you've heard what Trump's been saying, he's been talking crazy. Not talking great. He's just been talking a lot. Are we really bearish? I mean, the 1 hour, I feel like when you look at the 1 hour, it makes it a little more clear we're kind of moving bearish right now. Like, we SMT'd the high. Yeah, we SMT'd the high. NQ is just, look at the hourly candle close. So I'm probably looking for continuation shorts. I know we already tapped into, like, this 5-minute gap, respected it. Maybe we'll open up a new 5-minute. So we swept the high inside this 5-minute gap, and we're reacting off of it. Are you a real person, Kelly Bean? I don't believe you. You're a bot. There's no entry on that. We closed there. I mean, I'm not taking an entry with a break-even point in like milliseconds. Low key though, I could have. Damn, I low key could have. I like how it's like the one time I say that. I'm like, nah, I'll get stopped at break even on that. That's low key crazy. I feel like inversions be doing that sometimes though. I feel like some of the really good inversions, like, I feel like considering like fill and everything though, like, I probably would have gotten filled here. I probably wouldn't have taken that chance. Going break even in like 3 points. At least I had the right idea. But are we gonna trade into a 5-minute gap? Well, we just opened up a 15-minute gap. Yeah, I'm backtesting now. There's not much to look at. Figure I'll backtest for a bit. Did I miss that 2-minute inverse? I definitely would be ripping this 2-minute inverse. There's an unfilled 5-minute gap below. Ooh, this is low key. I like this a lot. I hope it comes back to retrace for my fill. There's like an unfilled 5-minute gap below. We inverted, You said, yo, Tim, you're moving too quickly? My bad, I'll try to slow down. I'd be doing that. I mean, so, like, this trade in specific, though. So, like, we inverted this 2-minute gap over here. We're delivering from a 15-minute gap, right? Yeah, we opened up this 15-minute gap. And honestly, I'm thinking of this one at least. Like, we just opened 11 a.m., right? So, like, 11 a.m. would manipulate up. We're moving bearish, like, higher time frame right now. 11 a.m. manipulates up into that 15-minute gap. And then, like, there's an unfilled 5-minute gap down below. Damn. We didn't rebalance the unfilled 5-minute gap? That's low-key kind of crazy to me. I mean, there's no 3-minute gap here. No 4-minute. No 5-minute. I feel like April of 2024 is not it. I'm not gonna lie though. I'm trying to remember. I know there's 1 month in 2024 where inversions just get cooked. Is April it? Did I choose like a bad month to backtest? Not like it matters, but yo, I want to catch a win. I feel like we're slowly trending up, but like, why is this candle so bearish? It's because of news? Oh, okay. So, I mean, there's a data high up here. Low key, I'm pretty bullish, honestly. I feel like when there's days where like, we just dump. You said, let's go for the same idea? What do you mean by that? But, there's data highs above. Even though we're moving kind of bearish right now, I feel like You said 2024 April, the trade war. You know, I'm not gonna lie, that's probably why I'm. You know, now that I know this probably sounds like cope, but like I do remember though. I think April of 2024 really was a bad month to trade, from my recollection. So let's see if we open up a 5-minute gap and trade into it. Well, we traded into this Damn, I fast forwarded way too quick, but I was looking for a reaction out of that 15-minute. God damn. I mean, I would have taken. Would there have been an SMT here? I would have taken this inverse, which that's the highest time frame. I mean, pretty much like all these other trades, they're like the highest time frame inversion. So it's like once we invert this 2-minute, I stop down at the low. I'd low-key partial at 1-to-1 and hold the rest for data highs, honestly. Okay. So like this one in specific, I fast forward a little too quick before, where there's this 15-minute gap down below. So we open up this 15-minute gap, traded into it. We inverted this 2-minute, which is the highest time frame gap in the current leg. There's a pretty good break-even point. It's like not too close. And I also think these data highs, honestly, like I'd be loving taking trades toward data highs. Damn, I think would have came really close to stop me at break even. But I mean, I'll move stops to break even here. And I'll just partial like 50% at 1-to-1. And then I hold the rest. Oh, it's a break even trade regardless, whatever. At this point, I'd prefer to see like a bullish 5-minute gap open up and get respected. It's so late in the session. I'm not taking trades this day. And the thing is now I feel like it's the opposite. We have a data low, but I feel like we're moving really bullish right now. That data high is still left behind though. I want to say, is this the data high? I want to leave that there. I'll get rid of my drawings though, but oh, we open up a 2-minute. If we didn't open up that 2-minute, I feel like I'd be taking this 1-minute long. This tiny 2-minute. I'm just low-key surprised I got an entry. Honestly, I'd probably just go for 1-to-1 here. I'd probably go break even at this high up here. So, I mean, like this case, right? We're delivering from, I guess, just this 5-minute, which technically got inverted. And we're delivering from a 30-minute gap as well. So we're delivering from this 30-minute gap, right? We're inverting this 2-minute, which is the highest time frame gap in the current leg. Technically, you could say I should go break even here. I'll wait until we take that other high up there. Yo, what is wrong with April? Yo, I chose the worst month to backtest. Do I try one more? And we're inside a 15-minute gap now. Maybe longs out of here. Honestly, look, high key, there's this 5-minute gap over here. If we could invert that 5-minute gap, that would be like picture perfect for longs. What is that wick through it? Yeah, I mean, this looks kind of decent. I mean, it's a 5-minute inversion. There's relative equal highs at the break-even point. There's low-key, like, I don't know, I feel like in the 1 minute, there's like kind of stacked highs up here. Let's go for a 1-to-1 again. Yo, we edged the relative equal highs and didn't even hit them. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I'd be break even there. I'd low key probably just go for 1-to-1 here. Yo, what? It almost stopped me at break even. So at least I have a trade that won. Dude, April's tough. New York session. Clear my drawings. Dude, is this data high still left behind? It probably is. But and we're trading inside a 4-hour gap. I feel like we're putting in bullish structure. Like we're putting in like high. I know we swept down here, but like I feel like we broke all these highs, higher lows, a little bit, right? Inside a 4-hour gap. Unlike the hourly though, we are trending down. But what there's 10 a.m. news. I low-key just want to wait until after 10 a.m. news. I feel like these longs aren't that good. I mean, the thing I'm looking at is there's like this 2-minute gap over here that we're closing through, and there's like unfilled 5-minute gap above I could go break even at. So it's like another one of those like mech trades. But I don't know if it aligns too well with the higher time frame bias. You said April 2024, keep killing your... Yeah, dude. You know, actually, I want to cope. I want to go online and see. Is anyone else? Yo, I actually... Just so I can feel better about myself. Here, can you guys see this? I actually looked. See, I searched April 2024 hard to trade. It says April 2024 was considered a difficult, volatile, and ugly month for trading, marked by blah blah. But I guess there's multiple. Yeah, there's escalating tensions, blah 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 blah. Low volume challenges. So that's like a great trade. Honestly, yeah, I'm definitely gonna try it out. I'll go break even at the unfilled 5-minute. I'll just go for 1-to-1. Where's the order? Here we go. I mean, I would try this. I like how we're getting good displacement up. Yo, this thing edges my break-even point by 2 ticks. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I got beef. I have beef with April of 2024. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, essentially why I took that trade, I think I said before, but like we inverted this 3-minute, which is the highest time frame gap in the current leg. I was going to go break even at this unfilled 5-minute gap, which is also like the swing high. Like, dude, like we took out these lows over here. I genuinely see no reason why we shouldn't like rebalance this unfilled 5-minute gap up here. Took out these lows. Should I just... I want to remind myself that I actually can trade. I want to go to... this. I'll go to a different session. Yo, I have so many... Oh my god, this is actually insane. I don't know, I'll pick... Whatever this is. This is some random date. I want to do something that's not April to remind myself I can actually trade. Why am I testing December of 2025? Yo, what am I testing here? What is this? Oh, I keep closing 50%. I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'll go to the next session. So what is this? Oh, this is actually this year. Interesting. I feel like I'll take one trade like this year, but I feel like I low-key, I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to keep doing too much backtesting. Okay, let's get, first of all, I want to get rid of these things. I hate this. Hello, ES? I forgot to add ES here. Whatever, I don't care. I guess I'll trade without ES today. I low-key need ES, but it's whatever. I'll find a session with ES. Stop being lazy. Dude, I used to bank in these conditions. How about over there? You guys like my FX replay stats? So it didn't say my historical date time replayed was something crazy. I forgot what it said. New York session, okay. So, daily time frame trending up. Here we go. So trending up on the daily 4-hour. We took out some lows on like the 4-hour daily, you know what I mean? I want to say I'm long bias. Yeah, we're trending up. I mean, waiting for a pullback into You said Tim, have a nice day, bro. I'm about to study. Appreciate you stopping by, Bakino. Have a good day, bro. But damn, we're just okay. We trade into a 5-minute gap. We're just extremely overextended, like crazily overextended. I'm gonna need more of a pullback than that for longs, honestly. Ooh, I'm liking this, honestly. So the highest time frame gap right here is this 4-minute. We're holding the 4-minute though. Interesting. I mean, this 2-minute is the highest time frame gap in the leg, it looks like, but this 2-minute, I feel like structurally is just placed really bad, if that makes sense. Is there a 3-minute? Oh, wait, no, there's a 3-minute that I missed. That makes life easier for me. 3-minute gap here. We closed to the 3-minute. My entry would have been on this candle close right here. Honestly, not a bad candle close. Like, we wicked down, came right back up. Now limit order. Hopefully this fills me. Cool. Is there an SMT? So I'm going to work. Thanks, Tim, for the stream, bro. Appreciate you stopping by, bro. Said order filled. That's what's up. Outer CT. Outer CT. Okay. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I was literally thinking, like, am I really about to get stopped out again? Maybe I shouldn't speak too soon. Damn, this is some choppy conditions. Okay, there we go. Came close to stop me, but it hit those highs up there. Not a bad trade. Yo, April of 2024 and me, I feel like we're arch nemesis. I'm not gonna lie. I think I just got my first payout from YouTube. I think they just sent me an email saying it got processed. I think I'll probably have to wait to see it in my bank account though. Nah, yeah, it hasn't hit my bank yet. That's cool though. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of tired. I feel like that back. I don't know why that backtesting session. You said move stop loss to break even for safety. Not a bad idea, bro. Risk management on days like today is key. But obviously, like I said before, I'm not trading. I mean, conditions are disgusting. I just did some backtesting. I low-key got cooked in April of 2024. And then I remembered why. Yo, this dude said is April the worst month to trade. Dude, April 2024 was cooked. Why is a TGR video coming out for this? Interesting. But, I mean, yeah, that was pretty much... I feel like I'll probably wrap this stream here. I really don't got... And I feel like I'm kind of done backtesting, honestly. And like it's kind of the same way. Like all these setups pretty much, I mean, we're just inverting the highest time frame gap in the current leg. I'm going break even at some recent internal high or low. I'm usually saying we're delivering from some like higher time frame, like 5 or 15 minute gap. And it's pretty much just aligning with my higher time frame. And honestly, like you guys can watch me backtest, but honestly, like I feel like the biggest value you're probably going to get from backtesting is like you backtesting yourself. Like honestly, like, so I just feel like, I don't know, the best way to like learn how the market moves is just to like see it for yourself. Like you can watch someone else backtest and listen to them explain, but it's totally different when you do it yourself, honestly. I did used to watch PB Blake backtest a lot though, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I always felt like it helped me, but I don't know to what extent it actually did. It's whatever though, everyone learns differently. But I think, is my monitor frozen? You gotta unfreeze my monitor to end stream. Yeah, but I mean, I guess to wrap up, I mean, I'll be trading again on TikTok at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. I'll be trading Asia Session Gold. And for the rest of the week, I'll be live at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday to Friday, to trade like Nasdaq futures here on YouTube. So definitely pull up again if you guys are interested. I know today might have been like a little boring, but dude, like there's nothing I can do. When we move 3% at like in 5 minutes is 7 in the morning, like the AM session's cooked. But I did some backtesting. I got cooked in backtesting. That was low-key kind of funny, dude. I was like, yeah, I'll do some backtesting. Just bro goes and takes 4 L's back to back. I wish it was easier to backtest like Bookmap and Orderflow though. Cause like backtesting Orderflow is so like, cause like this is level 1 data. Like I can backtest this easy, but like level 2 data with all the pending orders is like so expensive to store and like have people backtest. So like, I'm not really too fully even sure how to backtest Bookmap. Other than like it automatically records the session. So like right now, I have it recording all the data for the session. So like later I can go back and backtest like that. But like if I want to backtest a session I haven't previously recorded, it's really almost impossible. But yeah, and also If any of you guys use like deep charts or like quant tower, Alpha Futures recently added that. So check out Alpha Futures. You can use the discount code TIMB272. And also, if you're looking for a prop firm that has like daily payouts straight to funded accounts, I like Tradeify. My discount code will be the same over there, which is TIMB272. It'll give you the best current discount at either firm. And yeah, join my free Discord if you're not in there already. It's in the pinned comment on my profile. You said nasty market, stop out again, break even. Yeah, dude. I'm not surprised. I mean, good. Honestly, W risk management though. You're getting stopped to break even instead of losing money. Like even if this trade runs your way, like honestly, good risk management, bro. Because these conditions are not the best. But do I have anything else to say? I feel like not. But I do appreciate all you guys stopping by, hanging out with me, trading with me. I hope all you guys have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see some of you tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TikTok for me live trading gold. But have a good rest of your day and peace out.